All right, we are downstairs at the Blue Room in Detroit, joined by Ferry Corsten, who's busy on his LEF, the Loud Electronic Ferocious Tour. How's it been going so far?
It's been really good actually. Yeah, I had a really great Canada tour. US going well so far, and I've done a couple of dates in South America, which were really good as well. So I can't complain.
Now, you had the chance to hit Edmonton in the middle of Hockey Town.
Yeah.
Did you run into maybe a little bit of extra festivities there?
No, I did run into a lot of psyched people. You know, I think because the Edmonton team was doing pretty well, so everybody was up for a good rowdy night, and they were up for a good night out, as they say over there. So it was really good fun there.
Any place so far that you like to do, whether it was either because it was a bad night or just a really good night?
I really love doing Buenos Aires. Yeah, in Argentina. It's a place where people just live to party, sort of. You know, it's first of all, it's a beautiful city, and the way people approach a party and like the way they live it is like it's like if you look at the World Cup soccer matches right now, you know, the way their fans are, it's exactly the same way they are on the dance floor, like with like some sort of ferociousness almost, like, you know, they go there with painted faces and flags and football jerseys on, and they're just crazy. It's great.
Do you see your new little electro trance kind of taking off, and are there any other artists that are sort of copying your style?
I do see some other artists not so much copying my style, but you know, looking for new things. That's what I really like to see, actually. You know, it's not a point of copying me or whatever, or inventing something new. It's more like, you know, stimulating people to try different things. I think for the longest time we have been thinking in like little, like pigeonholing stuff too much. You know, like, oh yeah, there's only trance, and if you do trance, there's no way you can do techno or house or whatever. So, and I think it's good to take those boundaries away and have things mixed up again. So in that sense, it's definitely taking off, and luckily people have become used to the fact that I'm trying different things, and you know, so a record like Fire, which is more housey than trance, really doesn't really come as a surprise so much anymore. And it took me a few years to get to that point, but I'm there now, and I'm really happy about it.
Now, are you happy to see that Fire has kind of crossed over into more of a mainstream flow?
Yeah. It's I'm really happy with that, because it's a good sign for electronic music. You know, there is potential for it to cross over, especially in the United States, and with United States radio, they still live in the past where they think like, electronic music is rave, and you know, it's not like that. It's a grown up type of music that deserves a fair chance on radio.
Now, would you prefer, you know, beyond the fact of increased sales, that the LEF album go more mainstream, or would you like to see it more underground and those that are really scenesters?
I would like to see it a bit more mainstream, I guess, if I'm just fair. You know, although it definitely has a foot in the underground still, but it has a couple of really poppy elements to it, so therefore it definitely it flirts with the mainstream crowd. Yeah, you know, like for a similar reason, is like, okay, for years we've been fighting this certain idea about electronic music, that it's just a rave and for the kids, and you know, and seeing an album going, like a dance album, you know, cross over into a mainstream market, that means that it's finally being accepted as, it's like grown-up music, I guess, you know, as music for a wider audience. Yeah.
For more of building on that point there, going more mainstream, you have an event coming up in Denver with the iTunes TV, which what the idea behind it is, from what I understand, is you'll be playing tracks, and those tracks will be available right away to purchase.
Yeah.
Within a few, however it works out. But do you see that as a bit limiting to what you play, or do you find that most of the stuff you play does become available on these download sites, you know, within a few days?
Yeah, most of the tracks will be available eventually. You know, the only thing now is that with a party like that is that you kind of beforehand give yourself a couple of tracks. Let's say in an hour you play 9 to 10 tracks. So you give yourself like a list of 15, 20 tracks to choose from. So and these tracks you clear with the record labels. You know, and it's downloadable straight away. But you still give yourself a little bit of space to, you know, to play to have some freedom in your set. So it's limited in a way, but yeah, I guess with the fading vinyl sales, you know, the record sales themselves, but the upcoming internet sales, I think this is the way forward by far. Yeah.
Now, I'm from Toronto originally. I'm here down in Detroit, checking it out. Been here a few times. How would you compare, say, a city like Toronto to Detroit, club and vibe-wise?
I think the big club scene is a lot more alive in Toronto. I think ever since Detroit has been a more of like a specialist town, ever since in the beginning of techno, really, and it still is in a way. So yeah, I think Detroit is or Toronto is actually more used to the big numbers of people in bigger clubs. Yeah.
All right, so do you think you'll be able to catch any of the World Cup games? I'm assuming it's Netherlands all the way for you.
Yes, for me it's Netherlands all the way through. We're gonna win it by far, of course. No, I mean, so far on my tour I've been able to check out a few games, and one of them, to be honest, I must say, was a disastrous game for the US against the Czech Republic. But I mean, yeah, you know, Holland has done a couple of good games so far, and but yeah, for all you know, we hit the wall the next one, you know.
What is a better community, Trans-Attic or Trans-Stat NU?
You know what? I'm on neither. I check. I check every once in a while. I check one or the other, and it's all good to me. It's fine. I see a lot of people, you know, there who can be really enthusiastic, really great, you know, great response. There's some complete nutheads on there, both, you know, who have no idea what they're talking about. So yeah, you know, sometimes it's good to find out something about, you know, about different things. But I'm not really on forums often. I guess the only forum that I check regularly is my own, you know, because yeah, that's like my own little community. So and I'm happy with that.
Would you prefer to play with another headliner, or would you rather have someone local or lesser known open and close for you?
It varies. You know, sometimes it's nice to be part of a big headline list, but I also do like it when there's a local guy who, you know, playing. It's or a very new DJ, a new local guy. You know, that's sometimes really nice because it's someone else who gets a chance, and it's fun. Yeah.
Now, if you had the chance to play in front of 50,000 people, or a one-on-one session with your mentor, the person that you look up to and you credit everything with, which one would you choose to do?
If you ask me, if you would have asked me that a couple of years ago, I probably would have said the mentor thing. But now, just there's nothing greater than playing for 50,000 people, and especially if you play some of your own productions and the place goes wild. That's the coolest thing. Yeah.
Excellent. And I guess finally, you remixed Prison Break. Armin did the 24 theme, and now Tiesto's remixing the theme to Desperate Housewives. Well, actually, it's the theme to the Pirates of the Caribbean. But if you could hear a remix of another theme song, who would it be, and what movie or TV?
Maybe Doctor Who. It's been tried a few times, and you know, it's. I think it's one of those songs, Doctor Who, Doctor Who. See what would happen with it. Who would it be? The remixer? I don't know. That's a good one. Maybe Plum DJs. I think they would be really good for that. Yeah, they have the funk, and I think they can make a very quirky song into something amazing. Yeah.
Sounds good. We'll start getting on the phone call and see what they can do. Eh?
All right.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and we'll leave you to head upstairs and kick the crap out of this place again.
Cool. I hope so. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.